Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's our time for another episode of this era. So yeah, we're going to go straight to the episode. I have nothing really much to talk about outside of maybe that like a lot of you in the comments seems to be very how they put this anticipating maybe or something like that I will like finish the Mario Road on the Christmas. That will be indeed, if that will actually happen, that will be funny. So yeah, maybe I will actually deliberately make episodes in such order that they will actually end on Christmas. Who knows? It depends if I will manage to record enough episodes and stuff, because as I said, I won't have time right now, but we'll see. Anyway, let's just continue the new chapter. First, Rhea closed her eyes. Also, this is probably because I clicked a button once time after the previous recording. Then she plucked her ears, shut her mouth, even suppressed her breathing. And after sealing away her 5 senses, she finally abandoned her thoughts. Or at least she tried to do that. The girl thought it necessary and assumed it to be the correct course of action. All because she wanted to believe. It wasn't escapism. It was the method of resistance Rhea converged upon. Her way of protecting what she held dear, crossing the obstacles hindering her. Thus she didn't feel at least a bit guilty. It was the battle in its own right, one that required challenge of volition. She wasn't ashamed, nor did she feel like it was her worthy of scorn. Rhea had always lived like that. She didn't see any other way of coping with it, and didn't even feel like making the search. Indeed, her eyes were always closed, her ears always covered. Her manner of speech was straightforward to prevent her from saying too much, while her sense of smell was rendered unable to pick up the vile stench of suspicion. Then, to preserve that state, she stopped thinking more than was necessary. There were too many things she didn't want to feel, too many truths she didn't want to know. Rhea was content with being close in a small circle. She didn't care of the things outside of it, for she could barely perceive them. By doing so, she protected the world and preserved her paradise. Wasn't the right thing to do? Where was she mistaken? Everyone would have done the same, no? Oh, okay. Still talking to Isaac. She was entirely justified. Turning a word into yourself. So basically, like, Isaac probably means like actual physical word or something. But yeah, everyone have their own little word, right? If you think about this. The voice presenting a simple question instantly made the word transform. And our little words are visual novels, I guess, because it's such a niche that, like, yeah. Oh. So Rhea is trapped in her memories, maybe? Lisa talking to Trifa? So Isaac is showing her like her early memories, maybe? I mean, Isaac's craving is to find love, right? Also, right, about love, before the recording actually, it was like the thought before bedtime, if you think about this. Because, yeah, you try to sleep and of course your brain just like finds out something and just like, oh, what if? Okay, so like every craving that we've seen, right? For now, like Ren trying to be stagnant, right? Like the world like stop moving, so he's faster, right? And stuff like this. Like every craving was like every person with craving is potentially able to actually find this craving to be true, right? If you think about this, it's hard to explain what I want to say. Like for example, Bay wants to fight on the battlefield and stuff, right? Right? He's like creating battlefield, and yeah, his craving is actually something that he can achieve, right? Like it's possible to achieve it, so it works. The same with Ren. He wants the world to be stagnate. He wants to just like have things always be the same, and his craving works, right? Then we have Trifa. Yeah, he wants to be Reinhardt. It works. He commands his souls and stuff. But what if your craving doesn't have opportunity to become real? If you think about this, what then? Can you use such craving? Like, for example, what if like let's say like example of the Bay, right? He wants to be in like battle, right? Have a battlefield. What if like the world, like let's say like the world just like got suddenly extremely peaceful, no one wants to fight and stuff like this, right? Like extremely pacifist, like everyone, every single one of them. So would Bay be able to use craving like this? That he wants a battlefield? Like, I mean, he would like create this like, you know, his like knight to become a vampire and have the battlefield, but no one would like to fight at all. Like everyone would just like say hello to him, basically. Would that work? I mean, like it's like total fantasy stuff, okay? But what I'm going to go with is the craving of Isaac. Isaac from like the backstory that we had, he was searching for his mother, for his father, for love, right? Lisa is dead and she didn't really love him. Reinhardt don't even like recognize him as like his own kid. Like he's not loved at all, right? Can he find love actually? Can his craving work under the circumstances? That like, yeah, like I just like was like thinking like what if, right? Like can like craving work if like a world doesn't have what you want, basically, right? If the world cannot give you something that you crave for, can it still work? I know like further degree is like bending the reality of the universe, basically, like slowing down time, making the night, making you vampire, making shadows to emerge, stuff like this. But they're all like based on your craving, right? And if something doesn't exist in the world, you cannot like you can crave for it, like you can want this, but it will never happen. Yeah, this is just like some like my little like digression in general about power system, I guess, in this era. I wonder if this makes any sense. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if it makes any sense. Maybe I don't, and I just don't know what I'm talking about. It's probably that. But yeah, you make a craving that doesn't make like any sense. Like it cannot exist, basically. Anyway. She opened her eyes to see the dazzling morning light and hear a pleasant feminine voice. Her nose picked up the sweet, gentle smell of buns and black tea. The girl had no idea what was happening. In a state of complete bewilderment, she made an effort to understand the situation. It didn't take long for her to get it. I wonder if like Isaac is showing this to her, or he's like peering into her memories. Because Isaac doesn't know love, right? And he's like looking for rare memories, sees Lisa, and he maybe finds love in this. Maybe something like that. Because if you think about this, like, Isaac's situation is pretty crappy, right? Like, he doesn't know his mother, he doesn't know his father. He craved for someone to, like, actually, like, love him, right? That was the thing. I believe, unless I'm mistaken, and he wanted something else. But that's been a few episodes ago. Yeah. And he's like turned into the weapon basically. So yeah, that's pretty bullshit situation to be in. He doesn't seem to have like a lot of emotions though. Or maybe he's fine with this. Huh. So maybe he's more like a machine now, without any emotions. At this state, when he's like in the castle as the core. And he doesn't care anymore about like his old craving when he was actually human. Huh. Maybe. Maybe he's just like more like a cogwheel in the castle, in the machine. Yeah, could be that. After realizing who was the owner of that kindly voice speaking the rebukes, the girl felt somehow relieved. Crying Trifa. This is the first time we have this CG. The sprite. With her hands on her waist and weary expression on her visage, the nun looked at the considerably taller priest, scolding him. Yeah, you don't even like feed the screen. The sight was both pitiful and pleasant. Her home, the church, had no place for concepts such as paternal rights or spousal respect. Despite their lack, however, they didn't dislike him.
いきなりですよ。ほんの一昨日まで何も問題はなかったのに、この唐突な変化は何事ですか。私は宇宙の不条理に思いを馳せずにはいられません。ああ、主よ。私の人生によくわからない試練を持って。
Question the betrays.
おやめください。これでも結構製品に生きているつもりなのです。月のお小遣い3000円で。
Monthly hours of 3,000 yen? Damn, Trifa! How do you survive?
まあ、私の家計のやりくりに言いたいことがあるようですけど、それはひとまず置いて。
Okay.
一日にお茶の一つも買えない私の経済状況をどうでもよいと。
どうでもよいです。
Trifa and Lisa are portraits in God damn it, it's so good. Trifa, what is with this face? Her wide smile was radiant. His pallid expression amusing. Rel lived with the two and had a certain experience. Just a short while before, it came a bit earlier than most girls her age, but this wasn't abnormal at least. Oh, she had her period? I guess. It came faster than the most of this, but it wasn't abnormal. Okay. So it was like within like normal yeah, within like normal range basically. Yeah, but like maybe it was abnormal and that would mean just like because you're southern kind you like grow up faster or something. Because Isaac, from what we know, grew up really fast, right? Right? I'm mistaken. Can you remind me? I think like, was it said that he grew up like faster than everyone else? Or something? Was that a thing? Or I'm just like making stuff up? I'm not sure now. You can like remind this to me in the comments if like anyone said something like this. I might like just make stuff up in my head now.
なのですね、バレリア。本当に察しがついていないのですか？もしかして分かった上でとぼけているのではないですか？
何をですか。私は神に誓って後ろ暗いことなど何もなく、この愛しさのまま彼女をお風呂に入れてあげようと。
Oh my god, we're back to this. This is like from Casemiro, first time when we actually heard about Trifa. This is that situation what was mentioned. Okay, we are back to this. Oh god.
余計に危険なことを言っているように感じますね。
Lisa put her hand on her forehead and made a troubled expression. She was considering whether or not to just come out and say it. Rhea thought that being violent with the priest was the only way for him to understand.
いいかしら？
The girl simply nodded, making Lisa heave a troubled sigh.
つまり彼女はレディーになったと、そういうことです。
Yeah.
は？
I love Trifa. Ignorant Trifa is the best Trifa. Oh my god.
今後男性とは不要な接触を避けるべきだと、そう思うのです。
Mr. Stork? Who's Mr. Stork? Is it a reference to Mr. Stark? What is it, Iron Man? Not a single child these days would take such an expression literally, but I worked to demonstrate just how unadjusted that woman was.
ですから以降、レアの裸は将来彼女の夫となる男性にしか見せるべきではないと私は考え、それについて何か言いたいことは終わ
Yeah,
り
she's not a kid anymore.
なんと。
Triple, what the fuck? The priest turned to look at the girl so quickly, it was almost audible.
テレジア、それは本当なのですか？
The girl nodded once again.
素晴らしい。
Okay, you grew up so fast. Suddenly, he took her in arms, raising her up high.
なんとまあ、そうですか。そうですか、素晴らしい。
If you think about this, he's happy like that probably because he can start the plan. Like, he can probably this is the time, like, since became a lady, like Lisa said, she can, like, handle the burden of opening the things, and then, like, they say, giving birth to the castle and Reinhardt, right? Like, quote marks. So this is like the turning point for her. Everything started since this, I guess. That's why he's happy, because he can finally start doing what he wants. Going with the plan. The priest held her up so high, her back almost touched the ceiling. She was somewhat scared, to be the truth.
素晴らしい。いやー、素晴らしいな。素晴らしい。
他に言うことはないのですか、あなたは。
Lisa looks so lovely.
だってあれですよ。成長ですよ。この子は今女性として新たな命。
Yep, definitely thinking about Reinhardt and the castle.
ことですよね。間違いないんですよね。
Yep, definitely thinking about Reinhardt and the castle.
まあ倫理的にどうかはともかく、 そういう体になったといえばそうなのでしょうね。
Yeah.
よろしい。では常にきれいにしていなければいけません。磨きましょう。洗いましょう。この私が今まで以上の愛を持ってあなたを
God damn it, Trifa.
私の話を聞いていましたか、バレリア。
What the fuck?
もちろん。乙女の清らかな肌を見るのも触れるのも許されるのは未来の夫となるただ一人のみ。守りますよ。
That's your excuse. Okay.
将来神父様のお嫁さんになると言いましたもんね、テレジア。ねねえ。
This is perfect. Oh god, I did not expect funny episodes actually. Oh my god, I feel like we are past funny episodes. Oh wow. It feels so good to read this after like so intense episodes that it's been recently. Oh god. And I felt like praying to God and asking him to drop a brick on the priest's head.
そういえばメキシコで廃教会同然になっているところがあるから誰か派遣してくれないだろうかという書簡が届いていたのを思い出しました。行ってみますか？
Okay, so that's the thing that they said back in the beginning, like he got kicked out. That's what he meant. This is the situation, so he felt being kicked out basically.
バカな。
なるほど。お安いご用だと。
無体な。
The girl wouldn't mind if he went away. But first, she wanted to let him go off. Let go of her before she got sick.
あのですね、リザ。せっかくおめでたい日だというのに。
ええ。おめでたい日だからこそ、なんだか危ない目をした人は
Right.
排除するべきだと思うのです。
私のどこが危ないと。
Everything?
どこってそれは。
Yeah. The girl finally spoke up. It was also amusing, pleasant, and fun for her. She wanted to have a smile as wide as Lisa's, and see more of the pallid expression on Trifa's face.
全部
Yeah, that was what she said.
これでお分かりですか？レアはもう大人の女性なんですよ。
I can't get over like, oh, good times. Early game Trifa. That's cool Trifa. At least funny Trifa. No longer a child.
つまり子供を産めるというのでしょ。
Yes. But I came to understand that she would someday experience it.
ではもう準備は整ったということですね。
Yep, exactly like I said. Look at his eyes. Yep, that's exactly. He's all the time thinking about like Reinhardt and the castle. Yep. Sinister as ever. Something was gradually breaking apart.
ええ。この子はもうを産めるから。
Okay, why do they beep that? Like, we know you mean Ark, right? Ark of the Covenant or whatever, like how it's called, the castle thing, the Ark. They called it Ark like for like 2 roads now or something. Why do you still need to like beep it unless it's something else that you don't want me to know? That's weird. Her world began to crack.
本当にずっと待ったわ。
The countdown had begun.
これで皆が救われる。
Well, fun episode is over. Well, that's been nice laugh. All that she knew, her entire world was being
よ
consumed.
うやく解放されるのね。
She didn't want to understand what they were talking about. And so she plugged her ears, shut her mouth, even suppressed her breathing and stopped moving altogether. With a heart obstinate like cold, hard stone, Red didn't know and didn't want to understand. She made herself oblivious, by prohibiting herself from even thinking about it.
正直面倒くさいと常々思っていましたよ。
She begged them to not say things like this.
気味悪いったらないわよ。
Damn. Is this really a memory, or this is actually something that... Is it fake memory, or is it real one? Is it something that Isaac is like feeding her, or it actually happened? Probably it's based on the real memory, but it's kind of twisted. Or maybe it actually happened. The girl loved them both. Ra knew she might have been a burden that greatly inconvenienced them on many occasions. And though she wasn't a lovable child, she...
これで清々しましたよ。
その目で見られるとゾッとするわ。
She apologized for being a bad girl and pleaded the woman to say she was only lying.
結局こんな
Damn.
化け物なんて。
Damn, calling her a monster?
結局こんな。
The girl didn't want to hear that.
用が済めばそれまでのこと。
二度と関わりたいとは思わ
This is not real. There is no way they talked like that to her. There is no way. I don't believe it. There is no way this conversation happened. Possibly the first part, yes. But since it blurred, I think like this is something that got manipulated by Isaac. Because he's like in her mind now. It's not her memory. Ira earnestly wanted them to accept her. Did they really hate her and fear her that much? Was she really not allowed to exist?
ええ、もちろん。
だって
Their words pierced her heart. Words she never wanted to hear.
生かしておいても何の得にもならないでしょ。
She didn't want to know how they really felt about her.
どうした笑えよ。お前はこのイザークを救うのだろ。
So basically Isaac showed her this to her. So he's showing to her that she did not experience love, and yet she wants to save Isaac. Right? Is that the thing? So okay, let's just read. Yeah. Because she was not aware, right? Like she never like was like fully aware that Trifu actually loved her. Right? She was never aware of that.
っていうか先輩、あなたがいるからこんな大ごとになってんじゃない。
Okay, that's definitely like illusion. Yep, okay, that never happened. Okay, this is bullshit. She knew it full well, but
なんでさっさと死なないのよ。ほんと、マジで超迷惑だし。
right. She apologized and expressed their will to do anything to be forgiven.
じゃあ消えろよ。下手に死なれたら逆に面倒きそうでおっかねえわ。
How thankful would she be if she knew such a method?
時間あったろ。考えたろ。なのになんもねえのかよ。使えねえな。
しょうがないじゃん。だってこの人、全部無視しようとしてたんだもん。
She closed her eyes, plugged her ears, shut mouth, suppressed her breathing, and stopped moving. Okay, so this is basically accusations that she knew about the whole LDO plan, and yet she did nothing about this. She let others to suffer. That's what's their point here. You have a heart obstinate like cold hard stone.
ああ。でも一つだけ例外なのがあったっけ。
What was it? The moment she asked that question, her vision shifted to that place.
藤井君。
Yeah. The one exception. The rooftop was the place devoid of people and space she had as her own for a whole year, right until he barged in. Yep, we remember the scene with the sandwich. And at the same scene we had talk about booba sizes. I remember that. Things could have stayed the same if she only distanced herself from him like she did with everyone else. Why didn't she?
現金だよね本当
The first meeting wasn't memorable in the least, and she didn't pay any mind to his presence. They interacted on a whim. It sort of just happened, nothing more.
嘘つけ。そりゃ違うだろ。
悪いのは
Yes, the one at fault
あんただろ。
was her.
つまりさ、
Fuji looked at her. They used to sit side by side, eating sandwiches together, and nonchalantly talked about boring and insignificant things. And yet, she had so much fun. His gaze was too heavy on her. She begged him to stop looking, otherwise she would break. Having him hate her would shatter the girl heart to pieces.
ぶっちゃけた話、
Ra earnestly begged him to stop. She didn't want to hear it. I know it. I have to say it, or even see it. After all, she...
先輩、お願いだから死んでくれない？
This is so fucked up. Oh wow. She harbored an irrepressible treasure deep within her soul. And with those words it cracked and shattered into tiny pieces.
藤井君
Fuji. Can I not? Can I not? Do you want me to read this? Fuji. That's a lot of Fuji.
そうだ。これが私の知る世界の形。
This is the shape of the world I know. So basically, Isaac gave Rhea his own perspective on the world, how people sees him, and inflicted it in the way that this memories feels like it's hers, basically. So like he replaced people in the memory and like added stuff and things like this. So he showed her like how he feels, basically. The cradle of the uncelebrated bastard child.
産み落とされ、生かされて、死をもって想像するに至った洋乱なのだ。
The bassinet I created through death, after being birthed and forced to leave.
これしか知らない。
Okay.
これしか持たない。愛も、情も、歓喜も。
Yeah, and he wants these things, right?
私の世界にそんなものは存在しない。では問う。答えよ。私の増年金と欲しいか。
He didn't define what he meant by it. She could easily understand what was taken from him, what he wished for, feared, and felt. The extent of her comprehensions was downright maddening. She don't right before they answered. Her consciousness fell into a revolving crucible, lamenting, descending, falling and melting. Huh. Okay, new chapter. Yes, Ire! We got the title drop! We got the title drop! It's time. It's time. Oh shit! Okay. Yes, Ire starts with Reinhardt. How else could it start? I guess we'll start Yes, Ire next time. Well, that will be the first episode of the last chapter of the Yes, Ire, probably, or something. I forgot how many episodes is per episode, like per road. It's 13, I think. Yeah, that was 13. I didn't check the number, but probably. Anyway, that's it for this episode. That was very interesting, rare perspective, and possibly Isaac giving some manipulation on her, giving his ideas and thoughts, so Rhea can understand his situation better. Yeah, that was a very interesting episode, and I'm really excited about the next episodes. Thank you everyone for being with me. Leave a like if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord. You can also become a member if you would like to support me and see the episodes earlier. Thank you everyone once again for all your support, and I will see you all in the next one. So for the Pocket Watch is going out.